Chicago Blackhawks vs New Jersey Devils. Defense and goaltending were a problem last season. The team ranked 24th in goals against per game and 30th in shots against per game. Their defense will look different this season. Chicago traded Brent Seabrook to the Lightning for Tyler Johnson. Duncan Keith is on the Edmonton Oilers, but Chicago signed Seth Jones to a large deal in the offseason. They will also have a new starting goalie. Chicago traded for last year's Vezina Trophy winner, Marc-Andre Fleury. Fleury was fantastic last season. He had a 26-10-0 record with a 1.98 GA and .928 SV%. Kevin Lankinen will back up Fleury. Lankinen had a 17-14-5 record with a 3.01 GA and .909 SV%. In the offseason, New Jersey was fairly active as they made some bigger moves to try and turn things around. The Devils picked up Dougie Hamilton on a 7-year deal, while they also inked goaltender Jonathan Bernier and Tomas Tatar to 2-year deals. New Jersey also retained Yegor Sharangovich and Jan Kuokkanen via new deals to keep them in the fold. The Devils saw Connor Carrick, Seattle, Josh Jacobs, Carolina, Aaron Dell, Buffalo, Ryan Murray, Colorado, and Brett Seney, Toronto, depart in the offseason. Pavel Zacha is the team's leading returning scorer with 17 goals and 18 assists last season. Jack Hughes, 11 goals, 20 assists, Jesper Bratt, 7 goals, 23 assists, Sharangovich, 16 goals, 14 assists, and Miles Wood, 17 goals, 8 assists, all look to improve on last season's numbers to help the Devils climb the standings. Mackenzie Blackwood was 14-17-4 with a 3.04 GA, a .902 save percent, and 1 shutout in 35 games last season. He's the number 1 goaltender, though he is dealing with a heel injury and recently got a COVID-19 shot. He's doubtful here. That means Bernier, who was 9-11-1 with a 2.99 GA and a .914 save percent in 24 appearances for Detroit last season, will get the start here. Our first betting advice is to pick Chicago Blackhawks. On Wednesday night, Chicago dug a hole early in the game and couldn't dig their way back out, sending them to defeat. The Blackhawks were outshot 18-8 in the opening period and trailed 3-1 after 20 minutes of play. Chicago trailed 3-0 less than 10 minutes into the contest before Dominik Kubalik got them on the board. His first of the season, on the power play, came at 16:47 off assists from Henrik Borgstrom and Ian Mitchell to make it a 3-1 game. The second period saw Chicago with a 13-9 shot advantage, but they gave up the lone goal of the stanza to trail 4-1 after 40 minutes of action. In the final period, Chicago held a 13-9 edge in shots once again, while scoring the lone goal of the period. That still left them short at the final horn. Connor Murphy scored his first of the season, unassisted, at 15:31 to make it a 4-2 game. The Blackhawks pulled the goaltender and had a 6-on-4 advantage for 2 minutes, but were unable to light the lamp. Marc-Andre Fleury made 32 saves for Chicago, who was outshot 36-34 in the loss. He's expected to get the start and goal again for this one. Our second betting advice is to pick under 6. Today we're taking a look at these NHL matches, which are happening on Friday, October 15, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Vancouver Canucks vs Philadelphia Flyers. The offense struggled last season, but the defense was one of the worst in the NHL and hopes to step up after allowing 3.34 goals per game last season. Quinn Hughes has been a great defenseman in the offensive zone, scoring 3 goals and 38 assists last season and a goal in the opening night game, but has been a liability on the defensive end of the ice and hopes to improve this season alongside the newly acquired defenseman Oliver Ekman-Larsson, who scored on a power play from the point in the first game as well. Moreover, the Canucks hope goaltender Thatcher Demko can build off a strong first start of the season, where he saved 32 of 34 shots and allowed only 2 goals. Our first betting advice is to pick Philadelphia Flyers. Philadelphia averaged 2.86 goals per game last season, and they struggled on special teams, converting only 19.5% of their power play opportunities. Claude Giroux, Jakub Voracek, and James Van Riemsdyk finished in a three-way tie last season with each man having 43. Giroux had 16 goals and 27 assists. Voracek had 9 goals and 34 assists, while Riemsdyk had 17 goals and 26 assists. Carter Hart struggled in goal for the Flyers last season, going 9-11-5 in 25 starts, while sporting a .877 save average. He had a .917 and .914 save average in the two previous seasons, and the team is hoping he can return to form this year. The offense played well, but the defense was a mess last season, allowing 3.52 goals per game. This forced the Flyers front office to completely revamp their defensive unit as they acquired Ryan Ellis, Keith Yandle, and Ryan Ellis in the offseason to join Ivan Provorov, who had 3.0 defensive point shares and 106 blocked shots. In addition, the goaltending fell apart last season with Carter Hart having a .87. Quick reminder, BetUS is a platform that offers betting on all major sport and horse racing leagues. It has slots, table games, blackjack, and a variety of other casino games. All of the major US leagues are available for betting, including the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, and PGA. In addition, BetUS allows wagers on esports, Olympic events, soccer, cricket, boxing, cycling, and many more competitions. Join BetUS now using our link down below and get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on the sportsbook after you open an account and deposit using our link and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES. Minnesota Wild vs Anaheim Ducks. Minnesota lost 3 of its top defensemen during the offseason. Ian Cole, Carson Soucy and Ryan Suter are no longer with the Wild, but Minnesota did sign Alex Goligoski, Jordy Ben, John Merrill and Dmitry Kulikov during free agency to fill the holes on defense. Minnesota was 15th last season in goals against and 11th in penalty kill, but with 50% of the blue line new this season, the Wild could take a while to gel as a unit. The Ducks didn't win enough to be up on the money line last season, with an overall record of 17-39, but were a good team against the spread at 34-22. Overs went just 21-33-2 for the Ducks last season, and this year started with another under against the Jets. Anaheim was the lowest scoring team in the NHL last season, with an average of 2.25 goals and 26.8 shots per game. The Ducks' defense graded out as the better unit but was still below average, with opponents putting up 3.19 goals and 30 shots per contest. Our first betting advice is to pick Wild minus 1.5. The Wild were up a significant amount on the money line last season, as they comfortably exceeded expectations and were also solid against the spread at 29-27. Overs went a strong 34-22 for the Wild in 2020-21, including 18-10 in road games. Minnesota's strength last season was an offense that ranked 8th in scoring at 3.23 goals per game on an average of 28.3 shots per contest. The Wild's defense was right around league average, with opponents managing 2.85 goals and 30 shots per contest. Our second betting advice is to pick under 5.5.